welcome to Vic and Ryan Sports Chat. I'm Vern.
I'm Ryan. This is our F1 2025 Canadian Grand Prix preview at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Canada.
Hey,
Not bad, eh?
not bad, eh? Alright, listen here. Canadian Grand Prix, high-speed circuit.
Indeed.
4.36 kilometers long.
Yeah.
On a lake, on a river, on
No,
an
it's
island.
on a river. It's on a river island. It's an island.
As you
by
can
a
see in the
river.
background. Fantastic stuff, man.
Beautiful.
70 laps. Ferrari's won there 14 times. So it's a Ferrari track.
No.
No, it was one there
Last
14
year they
times.
did a double DNF.
Yeah, but that was last year. That's nothing now. It's over. Listen, it is the Canadian Grand Prix, and I thought, you know what, best to know. Let's see what kind of great Formula One drivers are from Canada, eh?
Eh?
No, let's cut the bullshit. No, there was a couple of good drivers. We had, of course, the most famous driver, which the circuit is also named after,
Gilles Villeneuve, who unfortunately died in
82
in Zolder,
yes, the Belgian Grand Prix.
where it used to be the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, he had a crash there with Jochen Mass. I remember that one. I was about 9 years old because my dad was a big Ferrari fan and he was a big Gilles Villeneuve, your grandfather. Yeah, and I remember that one. Back then they didn't have that so many TV coverages.
Yeah.
It was in practice. And it was a very sad day. It was my first experience of somebody actually dying in a Formula One.
Thank goodness I haven't experienced it yet.
Well, let's hope that continues like that. It was a very sad day.
I just know they after that race they chicane in Zolder.
Yeah.
Actually, multiple.
I remember that one slightly, but I do. And of course, I thought, well, let's get a picture of Gilles up there. There he is, fantastic Ferrari legend.
One of the best drivers to not win the championship.
True. Then, of course, his son came along,
Jacques Villeneuve
won, the
won
World Championship in 1997
for Williams.
Williams.
Had a ding dong, mainly because Michael Schumacher was being an idiot.
Yeah, well, Michael
Being a bit feisty.
but feisty. Michael was never known to be, how could you call it,
The most nice
sportsman-like character. Michael.
He's like Verstappen a bit.
But he would push you off the track to win. He would know, and of course he knows no boundaries. Of course, we have a drive that is in at the moment, Lance Stroll.
Shit.
I didn't say anything. Ryan said it. I'll keep myself out of here. Like he hasn't been doing too badly.
No. He's been driving this for 8 years now.
That's Daddy's little boy.
Oh yeah, Mr. Daddy's Cash and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I
Seriously.
can't rate him.
You can't rate this window licker.
Window liquor. Shout out to
Rocket Power and Mohawk.
he's mustard, that boy. Okay, then of course got one more Canadian.
And we got the GOAT.
The GOAT! Nicholas Latifi.
If you don't know,
Yeah.
is that Latifi crashed in Abu Dhabi 2021. Here we go with controversial Lewis fans.
Yeah.
And
And Max.
and he crashed. And
It
that's
was like 3 laps before the end or something like that.
no, it was the final lap.
It was final lap. No, it was 2 laps before them because then they still had to do the roundup. Max went in to change his tires. Lewis didn't. Max won the championship there by how many? Oh, just a couple of points. But it was fantastic. 7. Fantastic stuff. So Nicholas Latifi gets our shout out.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT, man.
GOAT. I miss you, GOAT TV.
Go Tiffy. That was it. Hey, listen, Ryan did his lap as usual of the Canadian Grand Prix. So let's check that one out. Have fun.
Hi, and this is my lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Canada. We start with the first corner, which is you have to go into third gear, and now into turn 2, which is second gear, and now you go a bit uphill, and now here comes the tricky, tight, high-speed chicane. Then you go into fourth, try and not hit the wall. And now going to a curvy straight, and now here going to another medium speed corner. In 2018, Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll had a massive crash and went into each other, which caused a massive safety car. Going down to third gear to this this fast chicane. Now here comes the first DRS zone off the track. There you go into third gear. And now comes a very famous part of the track. It's the hairpin. In 2007, Rob Kubica had a massive crash there, which missed one race. So the next race, there was Sebastian Vettel's debut in Formula 1. And ironically, the next year in Canada, Kubica won his first ever race a year after he had the crash. And the first ever race win till this day for Sauber. There you go, down to second gear. And now here comes the longest straight of the whole track. And now we're coming to the famous Wall of Champions. Now the reason why this is called the Wall of Champions is because Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Jenson Button and Sebastian Vettel have crashed in that corner. And this is why it's called the Wall of Champions. And in 2024, Alex Albon makes one of the best moves I've seen in recent years. What a nice overtaker that was. You go down to fourth gear and try and get it right. Oh, there, a little slide. And what is this lap going to be? It's a 1:15.4.
Fantastic stuff, Ryan.
Yeah.
Like you said, high-speed circuit.
It is.
If you make a little mistake, things can go very wrong.
If you don't know, it's actually a bit of a street circuit.
Okay.
Because it's actually made with public roads as well.
Okay,
because
I didn't know that.
It's a bit in the Olympic Park as well.
Okay. But if you make one mistake here, it's tickets. They're gone.
Depends where you crashed.
Depends where you crash, but not on the high-speed two parts. Listen here, let's get quickly into the drivers standing quickly, just to update you guys on that one.
Yeah.
Oscar Piastri out there in the lead. 10 points in front of Lance Stroll. That was a bit of a joke. No, from Lando Norris, Stroll, and Max Verstappen there.
You need your glasses back or what?
Lando Lance sounds the same, man. Let's hope it's a bit of an interesting one. Constructors, we put it up quickly. It's actually a walk or runaway.
Forza Ferrari.
Ferrari is in second place now. That's a new second place team there, but McLaren way out in the lead.
That's basically done unless McLaren do a Red Bull last year.
Something really bad happens.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a little preview of the Canadian Grand Prix. On Saturday's qualifying, Sunday the Grand Prix.
At 8.
At 8 in the evening.
8 is the I think at 9 is the qualifying.
Yeah.
And at 8 is the race.
8 Central European time is the race. And of course, we will have our recap on Monday.
Yes.
Our little review of the Canadian Grand Prix. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. We hope we get a bit more exciting races than we had now in the first couple of races. I mean, Oscar's won 5, Lando's won 2, and Max has won 2.
Yeah.
So let's hope maybe like last season we can get maybe somebody else to. Maybe Ferrari victory would be nice.
Don't get me started.
You know, or I think, just to spice it up a bit. Otherwise, it's getting a bit boring if McLaren keeps dominating like this.
I mean, at least it's just one season right now.
Yeah, next season everything gets blown out of the water anyway because everything starts fresh again. So listen, that was it. Shout out to
Uncle Roy and Uncle Brian. Hope you stay safe.
What else must people do?
Like, subscribe, put on notifications, and we're trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Do it now.
Do it now. You've heard the man.
Do it.
Do it. And anything else to say is everybody to stay safe, stay cool, and
be respectful.
Be respectful. That's a good one, right? Be
That's
respectful.
the most important thing.
Peace, guys.
Bye.